Welcome to episode 226. Reed Hastings, from math teacher in Africa to movie streaming king of the world. This is an outline of episode 226. There are 3 reasons why we study Reed Hastings. First, he's the movie streaming king of the world in 2017. Second, he's a serial entrepreneur. Third, his company Netflix beat out competitor Blockbuster Video 1,000 times its size. Netflix is one of the greatest technology disruption in history. Let us meet Reed Hastings. He bet on DVD mail order rental in the 1990s, when 99% of American households could not afford a DVD player. A DVD player costed around $600 then.
Reed Hastings seems as tough as his DVDs.
Practically indestructible. And 12 years ago when we started Netflix, the internet was still AOL dial-up. But we realized, wow, networks are just going to grow. And you know what's going to happen? All video is going to become click and watch internet video. Everything.
Reed Hastings was born in Boston, Massachusetts in 1960. Even though Hastings' parents claimed to be middle class, Reed Hastings had a very expensive and exclusive private education. He went to Buckingham, Brown, and Nickel for high school, and Bowdoin College for an undergraduate degree in mathematics.
He spent one summer in a training program for the U.S. Marines, but realized the military wasn't for him. He joined the Peace Corps, where he taught for 2 years, then hitchhiked across Africa with $10 in his pocket.
Well, I was a high school math teacher, originally out of college, in the Peace Corps in Swaziland. And I love teaching. I taught high school math, and it was just a fantastic experience.
After Swaziland, he spent 2 years at Stanford University, graduating with a master's degree in computer science in 1988.
And landed a job at a technology company called Adaptive Corporation.
In 1991, he co-founded Pure Software with Raymond Beck and Mark Box. He was 31 years old. Here's the picture of the 3 founders.
Mark Box is a startup investor. Box called Pure Software. Like all perfectionists, Hastings wanted to hire the best.
Once we got going, there was no stopping it. The company doubled year over year for 4 years in a row. So it was an absolute rocket ship.
Pure Software, the rocket ship, grew quickly to 700 employees. In 1995, Pure Software went IPO and was immensely successful, second only to Netscape that year. In 1997, he sold Pure Software to rival Rational Software for $500 million. He has made his first $100 million.
Reed Hastings has made a career out of anticipating the future. A familiar annoyance prompted Reed Hastings to reinvent an industry in 1997. He recalled getting a $40 late fee for a movie rental in this 2005 appearance on Charlie Rose.
I remember I didn't want to tell my wife about it. And I thought, oh, great, now I'm kind of compromising the integrity of my marriage over this late fee. So, of course, I did tell her about it, but...
In 1997, he co-founded Netflix with Mark Randolph in his tiny office in Scotts Valley, California. He had 17 employees and $2.5 million of investment, his own money.
How to do something disruptive in the entertainment distribution business.
Then, with the simple DVD and a 32-cent stamp.
You won't find anybody who has more drive than Reed Hastings.
Netflix versus Blockbuster Video, 1998 to 2003.
The movie rental industry made around $8 billion a year, nearly all of it from the dominant format of the day, VHS cassettes.
I'd have to say for the first 4 years, all we cared about was survival. So we were, not cash flow positive. We were founded in '97, and so we were in the first internet bubble. So we raised a bunch of money during the bubble, then it crashed. We didn't have enough money to get profitable. It was tough. We did a big layoff. We kind of, skimmed into profitability just as, we had raised $100 million and we got down to $5 million in the bank before we turned cash flow positive.
Netflix almost went out of business. Netflix first introduced the business model of flat fee, unlimited rentals without due dates or other fees. However, a year later, Netflix negotiated an acquisition offer with Blockbuster for $50 million. The offer was rejected, and 2 years later, Netflix began the public sale of stock to raise funds for the company. Selling over 6 million shares of stock at $15 per share in 2002, that would help set up Netflix for greatness in the coming years.
Now do the math. 6 million shares at $15 each share, Netflix raised $90 million, a war chest Hastings would use to combat the Goliath Blockbuster video. In 2003, Hastings turned Netflix around. Netflix posted its first profit. It was its 5th year leading Netflix.
Posting a profit of $6.5 million in 2003 and growing those revenues to $272 million by 2005.
Now, 2011, the Quickster debacle. Hastings introduced Quickster, which is raising the subscription price in the middle of a recession. 800,000 subscribers left Netflix. And in 3 months, the stock price of Netflix plunged more than 50%. The next battle is with HBO in 2013. Hastings beat HBO with original content and first mega hit House of Cards.
Which may be why Netflix took the next great leap. A deal said to cost $100 million for original programming.
Netflix, the online movie rental service, is now getting into content in a big way. The company going to develop an original series called House of Cards, expected to air late next year and star Kevin Spacey.
And now the glorious days. Reed Hastings in 2017 is the movie streaming king of the world, with 100 million subscribers. About half of them in the United States.
Only 4 countries are without Netflix services. As of January of 2016, Netflix is available worldwide, with 4 exceptions. The countries of mainland China, Syria, North Korea, and Crimea are the only 4 countries which are without Netflix services in the world. Due to the international usage of Netflix, the service is officially available in 18 languages. With this massive availability, it's no wonder Netflix has grown to nearly 100 million users.
In 2017, Netflix main competitors are Amazon, Hulu, and Showtime.
Is Jeff Bezos a media mogul?
No.
Do you compete with Jeff Bezos?
Yeah, we compete for shows. We bid against them and HBO and Showtime, for original productions.
Amazon under Jeff Bezos is Netflix's fiercest competitor. What have I learned today? In 20 years, that is 1997 to 2017, Reed Hastings has led Netflix from a small startup with 17 employees and $2.5 million of self-funding to the movie streaming king of the world. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. My next video will be Reed Hastings and Netflix, 10 lessons. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.